So Anthony, tell me a little bit about the songwriting process. Who writes in the band, and how did those songs come together for you?
Well, we actually, first of all, thank you very much, Lydia, for having us on your show, and hello, Clarksville. A lot of people actually ask us similar questions and saying, how do you write a song, or who's the primary songwriter? And when we have a group of two brothers and myself, it's you can't tell because sometimes someone who writes a song is not necessarily the person who sings it. So for all those who are interested, we basically all write songs, and each song has a primary songwriter. And what we do is it's kind of like a group writing session. When we decide to work on a new group of songs, we all bring the ones we like best to the group, and then we adjust them and try to make them the best we can make them. And then it moves forward to a producer or whatever else to make the final touches, and that's the whole songwriting process. But we write both the lyrics and the melodies ourselves.
Well, what about the recording process? Is that really different from performing live?
The recording process is totally different than live, and we've kind of done haven't worked with a great number of producers yet, but we're starting to go in that direction. But up to this point, it's kind of funny because before you get to the recording, you have a way of playing it, and then you record it, and then it's a little bit different because live show, when you play music live, it's never the same as doing it in front of a mic because there's not audience there, there's not the energy unless you're doing a full group recording. And so it's a little bit different. You kind of got to put yourself in a different frame of mind when you're inside of a wall, four walls, a dark room with a mic in front of your face, and you're the only one there. And it's kind of a little bit of pressure. I think that recording is probably, for me, harder than actually doing a live show because it's so meticulous, and you have to be very, very perfect because digital recordings are very unforgiving to mistakes. So
Right, and I remember going to concerts that I thought were just awesome, and I really enjoyed it. They did a great job, showing the meaning of the song and really expressing it well. And then I'll hear a recording live later, and I'm like, wow, they were off key or they were off pitch, but I didn't realize it in the concert because, they made it relatable. And so live performing is really fun. You don't have to be so nitpicky about every note because it's a one take kind of thing when you play the song. So what would you say is your favorite part of being in the band?
my favorite part of being in the band is, I think, my biggest thing I enjoy is writing music and performing music. And the great thing about this is that I'm able to do it with my brothers, who I love very much. And we just have a great chemistry together. I think that you just can't replicate or manufacture. It's just because we grew up together, and not only have we grew up together, we've been playing together as a group for more than 10 years. And so that you have history, you have a relationship, and that's something that you need no matter who you're working with. If we have more people who become part of our band, that's something that you have to do. You have to have a relationship with each other, a relationship with the people you work with, and the venues that you go to and play. You have to make sure that you're presentable and have the right attitude, because more so than the music and the band is us as people. And we are Christians, and we have and that's first and foremost. We have to remember that, because we are not just representing ourselves and our music, but we're representing Christ too.
Right.
And no matter where we're at, we have to make sure we have the attitude of Christ.
Well, this next song we're going to share is called By Your Side, and this is from the album called I Am Here. That's available on iTunes, Amazon, CD Baby, wherever you buy music online. It's also available on rootroad.com. Anthony, tell me a little bit about this song, By Your Side.
It's kind of a song I wrote, I remember, in school, I believe early college, and I just kind of was just getting really frustrated with where I'm at, not necessarily understanding some of the classes I was in, and just kind of getting really kind of in a place of frustration. And I kind of realized that it doesn't matter. What matters most is that I have my relationship with God, and that He's there, and He's always He paved the way to heaven. He made a way for us to spend eternity with Him, where that wasn't a possibility before Him. And it kind of put things in perspective. And I realized that no matter what I'm going through right now, at the time it was classes and the stress of being a college student, and prices of books and gas and all that kind of stuff that you have to deal with when you're a student and working and all that kind of thing. But it's for everyone, it's a different thing. Everyone has their different struggles. But what we have to realize is that our life is such a small part of eternity, and the things of this world are fading. Things that are new now are going to break or fail or fall apart. Even our bodies. Nothing can stay perfect forever, not in this world. So when we take our focus off of what we're dealing with now and kind of look at God and eternity, it kind of gives us a hope and restores the joy that we have as as believers. That look, you know, so what? I'm dealing with some struggles today, but God will get through it and things will get better. But even if they don't, this is only going to be a small part of my existence, and we have eternity, like I said, to look forward with God, and just the joy of our salvation.
Wow, that's so true. This song is called "By Your Side" by the band Root Road.